Okay, make sure that mic was on. A Casual Take, hosted by your boy, Stephen Pepper, here to casually talk sports. This episode is brought to you by no one. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, everyone. And I hope you guys are bundling up when you go outside. It's less than 10 degrees. Got an A Casual Take today. A little busy, got some stuff to do, so I can't do a full podcast, but I got a full podcast coming out tomorrow. So we talk the Monday night playoff games that are coming up in a couple of hours. Let's talk Dallas Packers because this is one that I really want to talk about. This was the big game that everyone watched, and man, oh man, what was that? Yesterday was the most embarrassing loss in Dallas Cowboys history, or at least that I've seen. They lost 48-32 to the Green Bay Packers. And if you look at the score, 48-32, that's not all that bad. High-scoring game, a lot of touchdowns, probably Packers pulled away late. Nah, it was 48-16 at one point. I mean, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? Not including the San Francisco 49ers. The Dallas Cowboys were the favorite to win the NFC. I came on this podcast multiple times throughout the season and said, I've never felt this confident on the Cowboys in my entire life. They always mess it up. They always underachieve. They always look like frauds in the regular season when people want to put them in that Super Bowl bubble. But I felt like with that defense, the way that quarterback was playing, with that offense, they can make a run. And in their very first game in the wild card, they played the 7 seed, which hadn't been the 2 seed since the playoffs were expanded. They were at home, where they hadn't lost to week 1 of last year to now retired Tom Brady, 16 games in a row. They looked unstoppable at home. And Vegas had them more as a touchdown favorite against the youngest team in the playoffs ever. And they got humiliated in front of all of America. And everyone has different fingers to point to today. Is it McCarthy? Is it Dan Quinn? Is it this? Let's be honest. Yesterday was ultimately on Dak. Set. Here we go to another playoff disappointment. He now falls to 2-5 in the playoffs. That was cute, Dak. You know, that second team All-Pro that you got this year. But you're 8 years in now with one of the country's most winningest sports franchises. And I must be blind because I can't point to your signature win. I mean, you're getting paid $50 million a year with a good roster and can't go on a deep playoff run. Everyone expected him to go nuclear against Joe Barry's defense. That was the talking point. Can Joe Barry's not so great Packers defense put up a fight against this top-tier number 1 offense in the Dallas Cowboys? And that's why I picked the Dallas Cowboys, and so did everyone else. But the game was honestly over in the first quarter. Most people today talking about this game say the game was over at halftime when the halftime score was let's find the halftime score. When the halftime score was 27-7. But the game was honestly over when Dak threw that bad interception in the first quarter to Jair Alexander. There was no coming back from that. Dak on the day, pull the stats here. Dak on the day was 41 of 60, 400 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, got sacked 4 times, 43.4 QBR. 403 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. No, okay. Typical Dak game. Don't just look at the box score. Look about what when the score actually mattered. What were his stats? Because Dak loves empty calories. Because when Dak threw that pick 6 to go down 27 points, that pick 6 accumulated more yards than Dak had passing at that point. Dak said after the game, I suck tonight. Well, Dak, you kind of don't have to tell me that grass is green, bro. We all saw that you sucked last night. Now, I screenshotted. I kept this report that I read before the game because I knew there was a chance that I could bring this report up on the show if the Cowboys got humiliated and Dak played bad. There was a report before the game that the Cowboys will... Oh, my God. Sorry, my Xbox controller just fell off my desk. Back to our regularly scheduled program. There was a report before the game that the Cowboys will try to finalize an extension with Dak that would pay him over $16 million a year. Now, Dallas has to pay Dak because they're stuck with him. He's good enough to win a lot of games, but he's not good enough to win a Super Bowl. But it's hard to move off Dak. But if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm not that good with negotiations. I'm not the smartest negotiation guy in the world. But if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm walking to that meeting with these numbers to get that price a little down. And these numbers are, since signing that previous extension, which was also controversial at the time, he has a 1-3 playoff record where in those 3 losses, he's completed 61% of his throws, has an interception for every touchdown. He's not just losing at home. He's going out sad. Jerry Jones, you want, with a good roster, the face of your franchise, to keep losing at home, going out sad? Cowboys fans today are crying for Mike McCarthy's firing. But you already fired Dak's first coach for now a Super Bowl winning run. But you want another one now. Okay. Well, he could benefit from another wide receiver. No quarterback, I kid you not, has had more all-pro teammates than Dak since he was drafted in 2016. Listen, okay? Dak is an above-average quarterback. He is. I think Dak's an above-average quarterback. But Cowboy Nation and Jerry Jones need to realize that throughout all the coaching changes and roster retoolings that they've done after every single playoff underachievement, Dak has been the one true constant. It's Dak. That's why they're underachieving. It's Dak Prescott. To lose yesterday to that score at one point, 48-16, at home, a place where you're supposed to dominate, touchdown favorite. Other than San Francisco, you are the favorite to win the NFC, and you lose to the 7th seed, youngest team in playoff history. You think I'm going to pay Dak after that? Of course they have to pay Dak. But I got to get that price down. Because I will refuse everything in my power to pay that man $60 million when, since he signed that first extension, he's gone out sad every single year. When this Dallas team, I think outside of Dak, has, I think this season, had 3 or 4 All-Pros. CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Zach Martin, Deron Bland. They got like 4 or 5 All-Pros every single year. And he's a 2-5 playoff record. Speaks volumes. Well, I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's episode. Shout out to the guys on the YouTube audience that keep tuning in when I upload these live streams. Follow everything on to stay up to date on all things related to the show. Some Casual Takes is to handle. I'll be live tomorrow to talk about the playoff games and possibly this Lakers game. Oh, my God. I really don't want to talk about the Lakers, to be honest. I mean, but if we get exposed and it's bad, I got to come up here and talk about it. But until next show, until tomorrow, keep your notifications on, and I'll be back full strength. See you.